more than likely you should say it, right? If you're really thinking that John is really letting fear take over and he's getting scared of making a decision because of fear, label that with John, right? If you do it in a way that shows John that you care, you could say anything you want to say. And you can always frame it like, hey, John, would it be okay if I were to be honest with you? Hey, John, would you mind a different perspective on that? In this video, we're going to talk about the common mistakes that I see when objections come up. All right, and there's a lot of mistakes that closers make. I'm going to give you some of the top ones that I see over and over again after taking literally 100,000 sales calls. All right, so mistake number one, guys, is intent matters most. Okay, when you're in objection handling phase, the prospect understands your intent, right? People are very, very good at knowing whether or not you are there just to get a commission or if you actually care about the person. Okay, so if your intent is to get a commission, objection handling doesn't work. Okay, because you got to forget the commission. Screw the commission. Okay, what you're trying to figure out is, can I help this person? And if the answer is yes, you can undoubtedly help this person get to the life they want. Then that's the intent that you need to carry, okay? You are staying in the close and you're working through these objections because you're an assistant buyer, okay? You're just helping the prospect get out of his own way. It's like, dude, just get out of your own way, right? Like, that's what you're trying to do. That's what you're trying to do for the prospect. That's an assistant buyer. It's like, let me just help you get what you want. You said you want X. Let me just help you get there, right? And that's what objection handling is. It's being completely honest and having the proper intent of helping and serving that person. Okay, that's number one. Don't have commission breath. Number two is your tonality drops. Okay, so when you're in a conversation, guys, whatever that vibe is, that energy that you guys have, what I see a lot of times is an objection comes up, and then you, the closer, you get caught off guard and you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And then you don't know what to do. It's like your whole vibe changes, your whole tonality changes. And now like the call's just weird, right? Because you're putting out this weird energy as opposed to knowing it's coming, right? If you just know the objection is coming, if you just expect the prospect is going to say, let me think about it. The price is too expensive. Let me talk to my partner, right? If you just go into the call knowing that that's what's coming up, then you're not going to get caught off guard, right? You're going to be like, oh, I'm totally fine. Like, John, I know you need to think about it. I understand that you need to think about it. Hey, John, I understand that you probably, your spouse or your business partner, you want to talk to your spouse or your business partner. Hey, John, I understand that the price is a little high for you, right? It doesn't matter what they say because you already saw it coming and you already know the process to get over it. Loop one, loop two, right? You're prepared. That's another mistake, is just being prepared, guys. Tonality only drops when you're unprepared. When you're like, dude, I didn't see that punch coming at my face. It's like, well, why didn't you see it coming? Because that punch always comes, right? If you know it always comes, you're going to always stay prepared. You watch the last module, you do the 2 loops, you know the objection's coming, and if you know it's coming, guess what? You know how to handle it, right? Don't get caught off guard in sales. It's the same conversation over and over and over and over. And after a few times of doing those loops, you're going to be a master at it, right? It's just repetition. It's just getting comfortable in it. Don't be unprepared. Know the objection's coming. Don't let your tonality drop and don't let your vibe and your energy drop. That is a sign of an unprepared amateur closer, which is okay at first, but realize you got to get over that fast because that will cause deals to fall through the cracks and you won't be able to help the customer, right? At the end of the day, why do we sell? Because we're trying to help. And that's the heart that you got to have, all right? This mistake right here, guys, is not being honest with the prospect. Look, you got to make sure that the prospect understands your heart, that you're here to help, all right? You never want to be combative with the prospect. You never want to say things that shows that you're just like, you don't care about the prospect, right? You don't want to like get mad at the prospect or let your emotions get involved, right? But you got to be honest at the same time. So if you're thinking it, more than likely you should say it, right? If you're really thinking that John is really letting fear take over and he's getting scared of making a decision because of fear, label that with John, right? Hey, John, I really just get the sense that, you're letting fear kind of come in between you and that new life you want, right? That's okay to tell John. It's all about how you deliver that, right? Your tonality, your energy, your intent behind the words. If you do it in a way that shows John that you care, you could say anything you want to say. And you can always frame it like, hey, John, would it be okay if I were to be honest with you? Hey, John, would you mind a different perspective on that? Hey, John, can I share with you maybe a slightly different perspective? Would that be okay with you? Hey, John, can I tell you, can I just be completely transparent with you, right? You can pre-frame it like that, guys. And then you can be honest with John, because what John needs is honesty. He needs somebody to really tell him, like, it is what it is. And this is what's going on right now. It's like you're letting the fear, you're letting that new decision of going into the unknown because you've never been there, done that, take over. And if you don't make the decision, you're going to go back to your old life. That's really what this is all about. It's like, do you want the new life or do you want the old life? If you don't make a decision, you're going back to the old life. If you make the decision, that new life is waiting for you, right? Not being honest is a big mistake. Always be honest with the prospect. That's what objection handling is, guys. At the core of it, it's being completely honest. It's saying what needs to be said in a way where the prospect understands that you're on his side and that you're out for his best interest, okay? That's what it is. This one right here, guys, is letting the prospect off the hook. And guys, I get so passionate about this, I freaking lose my breath. But don't let the prospect off the hook, right, guys? Like, for example, the prospect is going to want to give you doubt. They're going to give you a million reasons why they can't do it, why it's not the right time, why, they're busy, why it is, but you're just working through it with them, right? You're doing the value loop, you're doing the belief loops, and you're just working through it with them, right? Don't let go of the prospect, right? If this is a closable deal and you can help and it's a closable deal and they need to move forward, don't let them off the hook so fast. Because that's not what a servant does, right? If you're a servant, you're going to stay in it with them. You're going to show them that, hey, if you keep making these decisions, you're going back to your old life, right? And as a servant that wants to help and serve, you're going to stay in the close with them. You're not going to let their nonsense and their excuses get in between them and making a new transforming life decision. Work through it with them. Be honest with them. Just have a conversation with them. Let them know. Bring up the fears, the frustrations. Let them vent if they need to, right? Sometimes it's like you're putting on your coaching hat. That's what Mike always says. You're putting on your coaching hat and you're letting the prospect know that I'm now a coach and I'm going to life coach you into this decision. Sometimes you got to do that, right? So don't let the prospect off the hook. And I'm going to leave you with this. A new life requires a new decision, right? If you're a closer, this is what you're doing. You're giving somebody a new life, And that new life requires a new decision. So as a closer, there's no maybes. It's either yes or no. It's okay if you get a no. That means that's totally fine. But no maybes, right? No maybes. Life does not happen in maybe. Life happens with yes or no. And so just realize that is your job. All right, guys?